Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Ask Mary Anything Within Reason. It is wonderful to have you here. Before we jump into your questions, comments, etc., a couple of announcements. We are very excited to launch the Mary Trump Media Patreon page to all of you. So please check it out. Our mods are going to be putting links in the chat, etc. This is just another way to support independent media, and it does mean the world to us. Now, for those of you who are already are or are thinking of becoming YouTube paid subscribers, don't worry, we're going to be reaching out to all of you soon. We have a lot of exciting things planned. It's just these things take time. Yeah, who knew? So just be patient, and we will be reaching out to all of you and letting you know what's up. So, I want to put up a slide. Look at that. That's a slide of our new logo, which is really cool. And basically, just a reminder, as I said, that this is about supporting independent media. If you believe in truth and accountability and saving democracy, join us because we are at the front lines of this fight and we need you guys. Your support helps us power our fearless, independent, ad-free content. And if you think about it, we've got a lot going on here. We have shows like Mary Trump Live, Trump Trolls Trump, Under the Radar, Trek Politics, and our daily videos. And we've got new things coming too, including deep dive interviews, which is a series that will be premiering next week, as well as other things that aren't exclusively political. So we can all get a friggin' break sometimes, which, as you know, I urge us all to do. Speaking of which, I posted a video today, earlier today on YouTube, that's about a break I took, which is something of a rarity. So if you join Patreon, members get exclusive bonus content, behind the scenes access, ad free episodes. Plus, it's a whole new community to be part of, and yet another community that refuses to back down. So join us on Patreon. Help keep real resistance, independent media alive. All right. One other thing that is extremely important. Tomorrow is election day. It is an off year election, which means that not many people are going to vote. And we need everybody to get out there. We have 2 gubernatorial races, one in New Jersey and one in Virginia. Those are both critically important. Now, it looks like Abigail Spanberger, who is the Democrat running for governor in Virginia, is way ahead. That does not mean that you don't vote. Always vote as if the race is neck and neck. New Jersey, on the other hand, is a different matter entirely. New Jersey is allegedly a blue state, but the Democratic candidate for governor, although she is ahead in most polls, isn't ahead by enough. So if you're in New Jersey, I cannot stress this enough. Get out, vote for Mickey Sherrill. Please. It is deeply important. The idea of having New Jersey get in the hands of another Republican governor is that would be tough to take. As a New Yorker, I have my issues with New Jersey. It is compulsory. Don't blame me. But New Jersey needs to be led by a Democrat. Mickey Sherrill is a great candidate. Please, if you are in New Jersey, vote for her and make sure that other people also vote for her. We also have a special election in Mississippi, which is for a House seat. And I think it probably should go without saying anyway that the Democrats desperately need to pick up as many House seats as humanly possible. This election, despite the fact that there really aren't that many tomorrow, will be a harbinger, a bellwether, if you will, of where we are as a country. And despite the fact that Donald is not on the ballot per se, this is about him, which is just exactly the way he wants it, and which is why the rest of us constantly feel sick. But truly, if he loses, if Republicans lose all of these elections tomorrow, that is a sign that we're going in the right direction. That is a sign that if we continue to work, organize, and keep pressure on our Democratic representatives and senators, we can indeed turn this thing around in 2026. I don't need to remind you how important this is, but I'm going to anyway. Now, we've been hearing since 2016 that this is the most important election of our lifetimes. We heard it in 2020. We heard it in 2024. We're hearing it again today. We will certainly hear it again next year. Every single time it has been true. Every single time. Because with every loss, we got that much closer to becoming a fascist autocracy. With every Republican win, we got that much closer to losing our democracy. We thought that President Biden's election would be a change election in the sense that it would mean that, and this rarely happens, we had snatched democracy from the jaws of autocracy. That turns out not to have been the case. So, every election matters, every vote matters. Every single office up for grabs is something we need to be fighting for. Whether it's local elections, school board elections, state legislatures, congressional races, Senate, all of it matters. So first of all, make sure you're registered. And there are some sane states like New York, you could register, I don't know if the day of, but close to. Check your polling place. Check when your polling place is open. And as I said earlier, remind everybody you know, friends, family, coworkers, shopkeepers, to cast their ballots too. Because every vote does matter. Our voices matter. All right. Here we go. Oh, don't worry. I haven't forgotten. We are going to get to your scary good Halloween resistant decorations and costumes at the end of the show. Something to look forward to. Jana, hello. Question. Oh, by the way, you remind me of baseball. I am very upset that Canada did not win the World Series. They gave it a good shot, but still, not the outcome I was hoping for. Question. Do you need a laugh? Always. Did you see about the candidate for Georgia State legislature that was calling himself a Trump cabinet level advisor because of a campaign spam email? It's the best thing on Twitter. I have not seen that, but I will seek it out because he's probably going to win this election anyway, because Republicans are fond of electing idiots and liars. It's a thing. Seriously, they're known for it. Look it up. Jackie 6035 comment, Gatsby ball, such moronic optics. Yeah, I suppose, but it's intentional. He doesn't care. Seriously, I just made a video about this. This is not about his being out of touch or tone deaf. He doesn't care. He's shoving it in our faces. And he's making his followers think that it's a good thing. People like Donald, people running, they deserve such things, while the rest of us starve and die from easily preventable diseases. Yeah. Philip, question. Mary, have you ever read Timothy Finley's novel, Famous Last Words? I have not. But the fact that you asked me that question suggests that I should. So I will check it out. Abby, question, comment. I'm sending instant mashed potatoes to the White House. Who's with me? I see many hands raised. Indeed. Electron Creations 5724. Question. What are your favorite Broadway musicals? How about performers? Oh boy, you just opened up a can of worms. Good luck keeping pace. I love Broadway. I think if I had it to do over again and I had the requisite skills, I would want to be a composer of Broadway musicals. I think Stephen Sondheim is the greatest composer of Broadway musicals who ever lived. I think that Sweetie Todd is the greatest American musical ever written, made, and I saw it when I was 13 with Angela Lansbury and Len Cariou in the lead roles. That very same year, I also saw, check this out, Patti LuPone and Mandy Patinkin in Evita. See, that's what childhood could be like if you're lucky enough to live in New York City. So, I don't think Evita is like one of the greatest musicals ever made, but my first musical, I saw an off Broadway production of Jesus Christ Superstar, which I adore, and I still know every single word of Jesus Christ Superstar, Evita, and Sweetie Todd. Seriously. So yeah, Sweetie Todd by far favorite, best, all of it. Performers, Gypsy is one of the great American musicals. I don't I don't like the first part. Like I'm not into the whole what's it called? Vaudeville aspect of it. However, it's incredible. I've seen it I've seen 3 different productions. The first production of Gypsy I saw was with Bernadette Peters, whom I love, but was miscast. And the night I saw it, she was like off, and I found out that it was because she had a very bad case of bronchitis, and still managed to get through it. Then the most recent production I saw was with Audra McDonald. I saw it on my birthday. It was amazing. However, I also saw the production of Gypsy with the aforementioned Patti LuPone and as Mama Rose and Laura Benanti as Gypsy Rose Lee. And it was, despite the fact that Sweetie Todd is my favorite musical and the greatest thing ever in terms of musicals, that production of Gypsy was the single greatest thing I have ever seen in my life. I saw it 4 times. And like that's what I like did stuff back then. That's when I had a bit of a life. And Patti LuPone's rendition of Rose's Turn, the single greatest performance of anything I've ever seen, and it made me sob uncontrollably. I'm going to stop talking about musicals now. I could go on and on, but I think I've said enough. Thank you for the question. Now I'm feeling a little embarrassed. I also like plays, but that's a conversation for another time. Karnak Magnificent question. We all know The Great Gatsby wasn't Donald's idea. Who do you think thought of it? Oh, probably Stephen Miller, because he's a vile little Nazi. And even though he's horrible, he's probably read books, unlike Donald. Donald had never read a book in his life. He once said that his favorite book was His second favorite book was The Art of the Deal, a book that he didn't even write. It was ghostwritten for him. But that the Bible was his sorry, favorite book. The fact that he was not struck by lightning when he said that suggests that my belief system is the correct one. And he was once asked what he was somebody had this a long time ago, asked him what he was reading, and I don't know why he said somebody must have mentioned, Remembrance of Things Past to him. I'm sorry, that's not what that's a terrible translation. Marcel Proust's masterpiece is I'm not gonna mangle the French, I won't say it in French, but it was poorly translated the title was poorly translated into English as Remembrance of Things Past. A recent, not that recent, but the most recent translation, actually which is brilliant, by the way, actually got the title correctly translated. It's, In Search of Lost Time, à la recherche du temps perdu. In Search of Lost Time. That's much more accurate than Remembrance of Things Past. I am boring all of you again. Sorry. Anyway, it's somebody must have been talking to Donald about Proust for some reason. And he was asked what he was reading, and he said, I'm reading something by Proust. There you go. Yeah. Carol, comment. We need a publication of Donald's full interview on 60 Minutes. I think it's been released online, but who's gonna see it? I don't know. But here's the thing. If the full interview is online, then what does this suggest? Well, this suggests that the interview was edited, right? Now, you and I know that that's standard operating procedure. You don't just like we do this all the time. We do a show, I get a transcript, I put the transcript up on Substack, and it gets proofread and copy edited for clarity and flow, not to change the meaning of anything, but just to make it easier to read because people don't speak the way they write, for example. But when you interview somebody, you want the viewers to have the best viewing experience. So, if they fumble their words or they repeat themselves or they misspeak and they say, "Can I answer that question?" You edit it for clarity and flow. Because CBS 60 Minutes edited Kamala Harris's interview, Donald sued them for like $100 million or something, and because Paramount, the company that owns CBS, that has on which network 60 Minutes airs, because Paramount had a merger that needed to be approved by the federal government, instead of saying to Donald, "We call bullshit on your frivolous lawsuit," they paid him $16 million for nothing. So we know for a fact that Donald's interview was edited, and some of it was edited to make him look less bad. Is anybody gonna sue them for that? Oh, that's a good I'm gonna write that down. Sue Paramount. Yeah. Um, Dorothy, thank you so much as always. Gifted 1 Mary Trump Media membership. That's awesome. Crystal is a new member. Thank you, Crystal, and welcome. Maya Cheryl, gifted 1 Mary Trump Media membership. Thank you so much. And of course, the Midas Cheryl twofer. Thank you for that. Comment question. Poll showing Dems leading, hurting, or helping. Well, honestly, for the New York, I forgot about the New York mayoral race. That's tomorrow too. Every single poll shows Mamdani leading by double digits. Almost every single poll shows Abigail Spanberger leading by double digits. So I think that obviously that can suppress voting because people think, oh well, they're leading by so much. What do I need to vote for? But the truth of the matter is, they're leading by so much. I think they're gonna. I think they are. That there's a buffer. So like I don't think they will be negatively impacted if people stay home because they don't think it's going to matter. But I also know that Democrats are very, very motivated. And actually, I think Mick and Cheryl's very close polls will motivate people to get out there. So that's just my take. Nanner 3200, thank you so very much for that. Comment. Saw your speech online during your recent award. Oh, cool. Epic, humor, facts, deep thoughts, etc., etc. Chef's kiss. Well, thank you so much, Nanner 3200. Yeah, for those of you who do not know, I was very honored to receive an award from the Freedom from Religion Foundation, or as the cab driver who took me from the airport to the venue said, the atheist convention. And it was amazing. Like the people there were amazing, and it was a very great. It was a really cool event. So, and again, I was very honored. I received what is called the Emperor Has No Clothes Award, which is awesome. But I am sorry to report that it actually looks like Donald. So it's gonna have to put a fig leaf on it and turn it backwards. Miotis Motley Pfizer comment. Donald knocked on someone's door on 31st October, and they immediately said, "Great costume," and gave him some candy. Yeah. Yep. Oh, by the way, I didn't know this. I just found this out today. Chocolate in America is chocolate companies are no longer making chocolate with chocolate because it's too expensive. They're using like chocolate powder or chocolate flavored things. Good job, America. Cybler comment. Just remember, the only thing that truly matters is ballroom. It is indeed. And I don't think $350 million is enough. I really don't. I think we need to spend more for that ballroom, for the 900 people who will ever get to enjoy it, all of whom are obscenely wealthy. Ooh, good reminder, Ghostly Air 59. Pennsylvania needs to vote for. Let me try this again. Pennsylvania needs to vote blue for judges tomorrow. Reading hard. Yeah, seriously, every election matters. We're talking about who gets the majority in state legislatures. Who gets a majority in state Supreme Courts. This stuff is vitally important. We cannot let swing states and red states go the way of Ohio, which is gerrymandered the Democratic Party into oblivion. Cannot let that stuff happen. Yvonne. ONL. Hey, Mary. Hey. Hope you're well. I am. Thank you. Please vote tomorrow. And those in California, yes on Prop 50. As I believe that is vote yes on allowing California to gerrymander California to make up for the gerrymandering raid states are doing to try to steal the House of Representatives from Democrats in 2026. Fire with fire, guys. This is not a game anymore. Everything's at stake. Susan, thank you so much, Susan, as always. Comment, vote, vote, vote. Zoran Mamdani, I voted. Let's fucking go, folks. Yeah, I'll put some money in a swear jar. Don't worry. in the middle of nowhere. Thank you so much as always. Comment. Love the fifth idea of a show with interviews. Yeah, me too. I used to do interviews all the time. I really enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to getting back to it. Also love to know the future of the book club. You will, I promise. We will be in touch this week. Pennsylvania has state judges. Yep, who need to go Dem. Absolutely. Vote yes. And not shockingly, MAGA has ads and misleading verbiage on the ballot. Of course they do. Of course they do. Papa Dutch, thanks so very much. Comment, depression is something I try not to spend much time on. It's too boring. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but some people can't help it. But I hear you. If you can choose not to be depressed, that's fabulous. Absolutely. And if you are depressed, do whatever you can. If you can get out, exercise, connect with people. If those things don't work, please get help. Jewel plays tops for vets. Thanks, Julie, for very much for that comment. Hi, Mary. Hope you're well. Californians vote yes on 50. Yep. Come on, you Californians. Let's do this thing. There are a lot of people in your state. We could get lots of Democratic districts squeezed out of you. Papa Dutch, thank you so much again. Comment, anyone who can listen to Donald for 60 minutes must be the last lost AM coast to coast live. Yeah, no kidding. It's like I have lost enough brain cells, for God's sakes. I'm not losing any more. Elizabeth, thanks so very much, Elizabeth. Comment, VA paid again. Cool. Let's hope that keeps happening. Please accept this minimal contribution. FYI, did we all see the hearing on vet benefits shutters? No, but I know I need to. So thank you for the reminder. And thank you again. Susan, thank you again as well. Comment, full unedited 60 minutes interview is on YouTube, all 1 hour and 18 minutes of it. God, 1 hour and 18 minutes, and they got it down to. It's Donald. It doesn't matter. He can do whatever he wants. Papa Dutch, thank you again. Comment, we have no Republican Party. No, they're just a bunch of fascists. And finally, Kendra, thank you as always for being a super sticker and for that. And with that, we have our Halloween. What are they called? Slides. Jesus, that's a word. All right. I hope you guys had an amazing Halloween weekend. We asked you to send in some scary good Halloween resistance decorations, costumes, whatever. So let's take a look at some of them. First up, we have from Pam S. in Miami. Snouts up with an assist. Flippers up. No, I'm reading the wrong thing. There we go. March in Australia, Wombat Resistance. Love that. And Penguin with a mini chocolate. Hopefully it's real chocolate. Well, if it's Australia, it probably was. From Emily H. on Vashon Island, Washington. She writes, this is my Halloween costume in support of immigrants who make America great. That's beautiful. Thank you. From Sarah H., who writes, thank you, Mary, for your podcast. That's awesome. That's actually, yeah, very, very cool. From Julie C. in Nyack, New York. RAP due process, 1791 to 2024. RAP democracy, 1776 to 2024. Yeah, that's just sad. But true. And here's a special Halloween t-shirt designed from Andrea. Oh, that's so cool. I will stop fighting when Mary Trump says we are fine. Awesome. I love that. And it's going to be a while. So that is currently an evergreen t-shirt. And it's awesome. And finally, we have the Fuck Project 2025 dancers. More money for the swear jar, but bring it on. It's fantastic. All right, guys. I'm out. It was so good to be here with you. I'll be back again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern for Barry Trump Live. Thanks to everybody watching on YouTube, streaming on Twitter, and our Substack, The Good in Us. Everybody listening to the podcast, to all of our new members, people gifting memberships, donating, all of our super stickers. Seriously, we cannot tell you how much we appreciate it because YouTube is not behaving itself. To all of our incredible moderators, and of course, to my amazing team for being amazing on a daily basis. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. In the meantime, everybody, please stay safe and be kind and vote. Good night.